Hi everyone, this is Hansler, and on this video we are taking a look into Trivy. Now this question is on Killercoda, slightly different from our previous environments, and this question is telling us that we need to use Trivy to scan images in the namespaces. But what is Trivy? Trivy is an open source vulnerability scanner for containers and Kubernetes. It's going to allow us here to scan these container images for known common vulnerabilities and misconfigurations. In this question, we need to go and check the pods and the deployments in these namespaces and check the images which are being used on them, and then we need to scan them using Trivy. So step one would be, let's have a quick look at Trivy. So we can see Trivy is a simple and comprehensive vulnerability scanner for container. And what we need to do is we need to specify the I after you run Trivy. So if we do Trivy I will just write image, and we'll do help again. And then we need to give it the image name. So that is the command we need to remember. So let's have a look at the deployments and the pods. So if we do Kubernetes get pods -n application, so this is going to check the application namespace. We can see a couple of pods running, and if we check the deployments, we'll do -o and wide, we can see that it's running these two images. Now we can do the same for the other namespace as well. And we can see this is the image running. So what we'll do is we'll open up tab 2. And what we can do now is we can use the Trivy command, which was, again, if you're not unsure, just do help again. And we'll do image. And then what we need to do now is to get the name of the image. So we'll start with the first namespace. And we'll put it over here. And what we can do after this is we'll just run it for now, see what happens. And it's given us, it's found quite a lot of stuff on it, and got a lot of vulnerability IDs, what we are looking for. But this may take quite long to actually go through. So a quicker way to do this, especially in the exam or any mock exams that you do, you can just grep it. But remember, because there's two over here, we want to really check both of them. So a good thing you could do here is use egrep, which can check both. So let's copy and we'll paste it here. And then what to do is put the pipe symbol, copy the other one. And now you can run it. And what this is going to do is it's going to check if it has either one of these vulnerabilities, because that is what the question is asking. To check if it has any one of these vulnerabilities, and you can see over here it's picked one of them up. So what we need to do now is we need to have a look at that deployment. Again, we need to just double check. So this image, so we need to check it's this. So this is web 1 deployment in the application. So what we can do is if we do Kubernetes scale, and what we can do just to double check the command, so you can do Kubernetes scale, and we can do -- replicas for what we need, and we're going to put it to 0 because that's what it wants. 0, and we want this for the deployment, and our deployment was, before it gives me the deployment, I need to just get the namespace application, and we need to do deployment, which is web 1. And now if I do get deployments in application, it should be scaling to 0. And I can double check this as well going up. You can see over here. So that has done it for this namespace. We need to do it for the second namespace. So we can just simply go back remove this image. Yeah, we just need to do this one as well. So let's quickly run this one too, because we might have just missed it. So let's try this and see if there's any issues with this. Nope, so this is fine. So yeah, this first namespace is fine, the applications. So we'll try it with the second namespace. We need to copy the image and we'll paste it into this command again. And this will check for both of them. And there you go. So it has found the vulnerability. So what we need to do now is we need to scale down the deployment to 0. This is in this namespace. So what we can do is we'll type this command and we'll do deployments. And because there's only one deployment there, we just tab and press enter. And now if you do deployments, we can see here one of the deployments is 0, so there's no pods running for that. And we can also see for the web 1 deployment is 0. So that should do it. And if you press check, that's validation has been successful. Yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Slightly different from our previous environment. This one is on Killercoda, and I found this question really good for my own practice. So I thought I'll share with you guys, and hopefully you can learn a thing or two from this.